Presence isn't a technique. It's a way of being. And what we've explored in this module is nothing less than the foundation of everything else you'll do as a coach. Think about that for a moment. Before your questions land, before your reflections create insight, before any of the skills we'll explore in the coming modules, there's presence. It's the container that holds everything. So let's bring together what we've learned and look at where you go from here. Here's what I want you to really get. Presence isn't something you do when the session starts and stop when it ends. It's who you are. When you truly embody presence, you transform the coaching space before you even open your mouth. Your clients feel it. They may not be able to name it, but they know something is different when they're with you. That sense of safety, that feeling of being truly seen and heard, that comes from your way of being, not from any technique you're applying. And here's the beautiful thing. This shows up in all your relationships, not just your coaching sessions. The people in your life will notice it too. ICF defines this competency as being fully conscious and present with the client, employing a style that is open, flexible, grounded, and confident. 4 words that carry so much meaning. Open means you're receptive to whatever emerges, no judgment, no predetermined agenda about where this should go. Flexible means you can adapt fluidly to what your client needs in each moment. Grounded means you're centered in yourself, steady even when emotions run high. And confident, not arrogant, but trusting the process and your capacity to serve this person in front of you. When all 4 of these come together, that's when clients feel held. That's when the real work becomes possible. We've covered a lot of ground in this module, 7 markers that help you develop and demonstrate presence. We started with staying focused on your client, being observant, empathetic, and responsive rather than leading. Then we explored genuine curiosity, the kind that serves their exploration, not your need to understand. We talked about tracking what's emerging in the moment, those patterns, energy shifts, and things left unsaid. We went deep on managing your own emotions so you don't get swept into their experience. We looked at holding confidence when strong emotions show up. We sat with the discomfort of not knowing. And we discovered the profound gift of silence. 7 aspects of one way of being. Now, here's what I really need you to understand. These 7 markers are not a checklist you tick off during a session. Okay, I did curiosity. Now let me demonstrate comfort with not knowing. That's not how this works. In every coaching moment, multiple markers weave together seamlessly. When you're truly focused on your client, you naturally become aware of what's emerging. When you manage your own emotions, you can hold space for theirs. When you're comfortable not knowing, silence becomes a gift instead of an anxiety. You don't perform presence. You embody it. And when you do, all these elements flow together like instruments in an orchestra, each distinct but creating something unified and beautiful. So here's my question for you. As you think about these 7 markers, which one feels most challenging right now? Maybe it's staying with silence when every part of you wants to fill the space. Maybe it's managing your own emotions when a client's story hits close to home. Maybe it's trusting that you don't need to have all the answers. Whatever it is, that's your growth territory. That's exactly where you need to lean in. And here's what I want you to know. Presence develops throughout your entire coaching career. You don't master it and move on. You continually deepen and expand your capacity. Even after 2 decades of coaching, I'm still growing in presence, and that's okay. That's the nature of this work. Let me name a few traps I see coaches fall into. First, treating presence like a checklist. Going through the motions of looking present without actually being present. Your clients will feel the difference, I promise you. Second, thinking you've arrived, believing you've got this competency handled and you can stop developing it. The moment you think you've mastered presence is usually the moment you've stopped growing. And third, separating your coach self from your everyday self, putting on presence like a costume for sessions and taking it off when you're done. The coaches who have the most impact are the ones whose presence permeates everything they do. It's not a performance, it's who they are. Everything we've explored about presence creates the conditions for what comes next. Module 5 is listening actively. And here's the connection I want you to see. You cannot truly listen if you are not present. If your mind is elsewhere, if you're planning your next question, if you're caught up in your own reactions, you're not listening. You might be hearing words, but you're missing everything else. Presence is the foundation that makes deep listening possible. Remember that team who told me, when you're in the room, things are different? Now you know why. Your presence is the foundation of transformational coaching. I'll see you in Module 5.